So I'm over 600 slides into this thing. I'm gonna be here for 3 days to finalize a lot of programs and training materials and certification assets. This is where I'm at. Okay, so this has probably been the hardest mission, sprint, getaway that I've done in a long time. You know how they say business is not a marathon, it's a sprint? Well, today it feels like I'm sprinting marathons. 3 days, 72 hours, I'm at 700 slides and 3 courses, the paid certification, how to get clients, where to find them, what to say, examples, everything, licensing, my 7-figure funnels, my creator system, my selling one-to-many. There's a lot of things to teach when people have a lot of questions, but I like it. I think this is like my gift, is like simplifying things that are otherwise pretty hard to do. And so I know this is not the best angle to create a video, but it's I can't focus on both filming good angles and also just creating. So all right, welcome to the free course. My name is Gusten, and yesterday I filmed this almost 2-hour free course on how to become a creator partner, how to get clients, where to find them, how to close them using chat closing, call closing, or cart closing. And this is unlike anything you've ever seen on YouTube. Nobody's talking about this because nobody has done what I've done. And I know that's a big, bold claim. And it's okay to be skeptical because we just met, right? And what I want you to do though is I want you to close everything else and consider this as you being at like a virtual event, or you're like at a summit and you're learning an actual free course. It's kind of like a workshop, because we're gonna go over where to find the best creators, the best niches to pick, the best profit margins, and how to approach them, how to position yourself when you're going into this industry. Now, if you've been following me for a long time, you know I've been building a lot of sales funnels, right? So we're gonna cover that in the training as well. What the difference is between someone who's a funnel builder, a funnel designer, a funnel agency, and a creator partner, because this is the evolution to that process. And yes, funnels work, they're a part of it, but there's more to it. And in this training, I'm going over exactly what the differences are so that you can plug in whatever experience you have, whatever skills you already have, you can plug it into being a creator partner. And if you're brand new, don't worry, this works for you as well. I'm actually going to show you how to get started with visual funnels and then transition into a creator partner because you don't have any case studies yet. So if you don't have a portfolio, we're going to cover all of that as well. It's going to be a long training. I put months into this. I put years into learning this stuff. I worked with hundreds of clients learning this, and now finally, for the first time, it's available for free. So here you go, enjoy. All right, so finally, my free course on how to become a creator partner. And if you're not sure what that is, just don't worry, stay to the end and you'll see exactly why it makes so much sense. Rather than being a freelancer, having an agency, doing affiliate marketing, trading, e-com, any of that stuff. So this is how to build a $10,000 to $30,000 per month online business without building your own personal brand, having your own audience, selling your own products, cold calling, even doing sales calls. I do a lot of chat closing and DM closing, which I'll also share with you how to do in this training. Now, I've worked on this concept and these frameworks for years, and this course specifically for months. In fact, last week, I took 3 full days to just finalize this for you. And so hopefully you'll find this valuable and actually subscribe to my channel, all that good stuff. So it's 500 slides. So it's gonna take a minute to get through all of them, but I'll go fast. So make sure you take notes and all that good stuff. And I did hit max capacity. Otherwise it would have probably been longer in the software I'm using called Canva. All right. And this was my reaction to it. So if you're like 500 slides, this is all free. Yes. And hopefully you'll enjoy it and get a lot of value from it. That's my goal. All right. So this training though, this course, it almost sounds too hypey, like, oh, make 20,000 a month or 10,000, 30,000 a month without having your own products, without doing freelancing or selling like specific services, or having an agency with huge overhead, huge offices, all of that stuff, which is more like old school traditional. I almost didn't want to release this publicly because it sounds like one of those like internet opportunities, and we all know what those are, right? Filling out a survey and making $100 a day doesn't seem very believable, right? But then I saw this comment in my community, and I got very inspired. So someone said, I've redacted this for privacy reasons. Excited to see what's coming. Even the free content has helped me confidently close several recent clients. So I was like, I know I'm onto something. Let me go and make this even better and release it for free. And that's what I'm doing in this video. So if this free course can help at least one person land their first client, then it's all worth it, even though some skeptics would say like, this sounds way too good to be true, right? So I've never shared this publicly in such detail, but this is going to help you steal my six-figure or multi-six-figure side hustle, working from home, leveraging AI plus the creator economy. And this is going to make so much sense once I break it all down for you. And again, without building a personal brand, having a huge audience or your own products, without cold calling, even sending out proposals or doing sales calls. There's an industry so lucrative and massive right now that is growing by roughly $100 billion per year. Yes, $100 billion per year. And so 2021, it was at 100, and it's predicted to be at $500 billion in 2027. And it's just getting started. And I know this from personal experience because I've worked with a lot of these people in this industry, and I'll share with you exactly what I've done and why it's so powerful. And I've built a lot of sales funnels and info products. In fact, over 600 now for 6, 7, 8-figure, even 9-figure brands such as ClickFunnels and other companies in this space. So these are some of my clients. You might recognize some of them. In some of them, I've been more like the lead funnel builder, some more like the lead funnel designer. But there's an evolution to what I've done 5 years ago to what I'm doing now. And that's why this is such a massive opportunity. So you know what I've noticed though? There's 3 things actually get me paid upfront, and then recurring revenue, and then get revenue share deals from clients. And I'll share with this with you today. It's not just sales funnels, which if you're new to funnels, that's just a sales process. People land from content on a sales page, they convert to a lead and then a customer or client. And it's like a sales process. But this is more than that. So today I'll reveal the entire blueprint, start to finish, A to Z, for the first time ever. And if you're like, okay, this sounds great, but I don't know if I can do it because I'm not a funnel designer, I'm not a visual person. It's like the technology has evolved so much, it's crazy. Like when it comes to design, when it comes to branding, copywriting, the things that we do in a sales funnel. And again, it's not just sales funnels, so 2 other things as well. But if a 16-year-old who said, Chris, first time paying client, total made this month is 1.6K, and I can do it with the help of this course, right? So we have a lot of testimonials. I'm not going to show all of those. I just wanted to show for those who are like a little bit skeptical of like your ability to do this. Just watch the full course, and then you'll be able to know if this is something that you can actually do, because AI is doing up to 90% of the heavy lifting for you. Okay, so before we dive in though, a lot of like free courses have some sort of offer at the end, right? So let's just, talk about the elephant in the room. What's the catch here, Gusten? Why are you doing all of this? And so we have both free courses and paid courses. We have a certification program where you can license my systems that helped me make 7 figures myself. I've helped hundreds of clients make a ton of money. And so I want to sweeten the deal, and you make me a promise. So the choice is yours. But if you 100% love this course and you, quote unquote, get it, it clicks for you, and you believe that you can do this too, will you partner with me and license my 7-figure funnels and systems to do the same for you? Right? Only if you like it. If you're like, okay, this makes a lot of sense, then at least consider licensing and partnering with me on taking my systems and doing it yourself. Okay? So don't promise anything yet, but you'll see why licensing my systems make more sense than ever investing in a quote unquote course again. So there's a lot of people selling courses on 1 or 2 things of these things that you need, but I'm going to give you the whole system and the frameworks, and you'll be able to make a decision if that's something you want to do. So let's dive in. Take a lot of notes, screenshots, because I'll be going fast. It's 500 slides. So I made this course to answer the most important questions that people have. Maybe you have this question as well. What's the best business model in 2025 for beginners? You're brand new, no portfolio, no experience. Maybe you're shy. Maybe you're an introvert and you're not maybe like a really natural salesperson. So how can you even close deals? And how can you find your first high-paying dream client, someone who appreciates you and someone you like actually enjoy working with? And then how can you then attract those and close them to get your first payment coming through? And how can you deliver for them so that they're actually happy?
The worst part is if you get a client and they ask for a refund because they're not happy. So how can you get a system that helps you not only get clients, but make sure they're happy, and so that you can get more referrals, use the product that you built to get even more clients. So we're also going to cover a few bonus questions, such as what's the best niche to be in, how do I stand out among others as a beginner, how to build a portfolio if I'm just starting out, and how I can get recurring revenue and not just one-off projects. That's a big thing for people. Starting over every month with a revenue at zero is very exhausting. So who's this course perfect for? It's perfect if you're not sure which business model to start yet. Also perfect if you have an idea, but you want to speed things up. It's great if you've been following me for a while, but you want more clarity on what I do, how I do it, how it all works. It's also perfect if you're overwhelmed, tired, stressed out, and confused, like about these like business models, and really picking one that fits your personality. For those of you who want a step-by-step system to follow, and for those who know that real jobs that are actually hard work, not sitting at a computer making thousands per client, clicking buttons, you know what that's like. Working actual hard physical labors, you know what that's like, and you just want a different business model that you can do from a laptop. So what's the hype all about? This is the number one business model to start being a creator partner. It's a new opportunity bigger than ever. I'm going to talk about the creator economy, how that plays a role, and creators wanting to pay you top dollars, finding, closing, and scaling clients, getting paid upfront, recurring, and a percentage, and then using leverage and AI to do most of the work. And this is, again, without any previous experience or background, without a business degree. I'm a college dropout because one day I was in class in college and noticed that the teacher teaching me business doesn't have a business, so it's hard to teach from theory if you don't have real experience. And what I do, my mission in life, is to inspire, educate, and free entrepreneurs through going out and doing hard things, learning how to do it, simplifying it through frameworks, and then giving it to you and showing you how you can do the same. And this without you having to build a huge personal brand, an audience, doing cold calling, sending proposals, without even having to do sales calls, and even if you don't have time to spend on this every single day. And you're probably thinking, is this too good to be true? Or is this a scam? Like, what are we actually selling? Is this a pyramid scheme? No, it's a partnership business model. It's a licensing business model. It's kind of like what Airbnb and Uber are doing, where they connect people and they don't have their own products. So don't worry, I've been there as well, where I'm like, this is too good to be true. So let's put it this way. What's a real business, like an actual business? Here's the definition. Entrepreneurship is the act of recognizing a problem and choosing to devote one's life to solving it, regardless of personal obligation or responsibility, right? So when Elon Musk bought Twitter, or X, he wanted to buy it to protect free speech, right? So he said, there's a huge problem here, and I want to fix that problem. I didn't cause the problem, but I want to fix it. And so I'll take that as my devotion in life, my mission to fix it for other people. Same thing with creators and funnels and info products. I love this space. I love personal development, education. And so my devotion and mission is figuring out how things work, how you actually build a business. I love the game of business, right? I like psychology, how people think, how people buy, how we take action. And so I go out and find complex tasks and I simplify it, and I help people and I get paid for that. But in more practical terms, it's simply value exchange, because you wouldn't buy anything if you don't find it valuable, right? If you buy an iPhone, you buy it because you think that the iPhone is worth more than you're spending money, right? Zig Ziglar said it best. He said, you can have everything you want in life if you just help enough people get what they want. But here's the decision that you have to make. Do I help customers with like low value tasks, such as I'm going to mow the lawn, I'm going to clean your office, I'm going to do your haircut, which is totally fine, and those are great services. But is that what you want to do? Or do you want to work with businesses who have more cash flow, have more money, and help them make more money and add new revenue streams and therefore get a cut of it, right? Which one is easier to justify and charge more for? So a business and a problem, so the customer, they provide a solution, they figure out the path to getting there, the process, that's the value. They get a solution, and they pay money back to the business. That's how it works. That's every single business. So this is simply that. A business provides value to the creator market, as you'll see in a second. But instead of you having to create the product and audience, you partner with someone who has that already. Someone who'd rather just focus on what they love doing, a musician, artist, right? A creator. And they help, and you have that creator that you work with, you come in and you help out with the monetization. So if you're ready, let's get actually like stuck into the training and going over more details how it works. So this is the business model. Lesson 1, scientific proof of the best business model to start for beginners in 2025 and beyond. So let's break down the top business models and then rank them from 1 to 100, from worst to best, so you can choose. And I'll go quickly, so don't worry about this. I remember someone asking me this question a while ago. They said, Ghost, if you had to start over right now, which business would you start and why? And before we do answer that question, um, let me ask you an important question instead. What is the number one thing that people say is the secret to becoming wealthy? Right? There's a lot of things that they say, right? Well, one of them is hard work. You probably heard it, like you just gotta, you just gotta work hard, right? Well, I was told that too, but I kept seeing all these people working hard and not having enough. They weren't paid enough, right? So you take a lot of physical labor, hard work, right? But they're not making like top 1% income. And by the way, if you're like, I don't care about being a millionaire, I just want to make 10,000 a month, that's totally cool. And then once you get that, you know that money is just a tool. You can help more people if you have more money, and that's where you can sort of open your brain to, or in your vision, to be bigger to help more people. First, you got to take care of yourself so you can take care of other people as well. Are these people paid among the top 1% in the world though? They're not, right? Not even close. They probably should be if you think about how hard they work in construction, that sort of thing. But the market doesn't care about hard work. You get paid in direct proportion to the value that you provide to the marketplace. So they choose what you get paid. So the question is, how can we increase the value while decreasing the risk and the effort that it takes to manually do something? Because hard work helps, but it's not what gets you paid well. Plus, there's so much risk when you go to the traditional offline route. So when I created these slides last week, this was outside of my window. A lot of cranes, a lot of like building a harbor, and this is a lot of hard work, right? Morning to evening. And there's few people I respect more than those putting in the work to help others less able. So I respect these people. I have massive respect for them. But construction isn't my gift. I don't know if it's your gift either. Plus, each machine costs like $100,000 each, the big ones. So there's massive risk. So if it's not hard work, what's the secret to success then? Well, Warren Buffett once said, it's not about how hard you row, but which boat you're in. And this is called leverage, being in the right boat. So manual doing everything, where there's like a small pond with a few fishes, or using the engine and the yacht in a big ocean where there's a ton of fish, right? So this is where you leverage tools, you leverage softwares, machines, systems, platforms, other people, and you provide value to them. Naval Ravikant has a quote for different types of leverage. He says, fortune require leverage. Business leverage comes from capital, people, products with no marginal cost of replication. So code and media. So there's 5 types of leverage that I like to look at. There's you then first, and you're like, okay, I'm starting out. I want to have a business. I want to provide value. I know that's how I get paid, but I don't want to create a social media platform to find the creators, right? So we have capital, content, code, communities, and creators. So we don't need capital because we're not going to spend money on ads. Content, we'd have to create our own content to then monetize the audience, because we're going to leverage other people's content and media because they have an audience and a brand and trust and credibility. Code, we're going to go to school, Facebook, Instagram. We're going to use social media platforms and software such as like High Level, School, again, ClickFunnels, System, Shopify, whatever you use, right? WAP, there's a lot of softwares. There's communities. We're going to leverage what other people have built. You know, in real estate, they leverage the physical real estate and leverage other people's money to build cash flow assets. I call these digital cash flow assets. So an info product, for example, is a digital cash flow asset. So if you can set it up for someone and it generates income, there's a big profit margin because it's an info product. It's not a physical one. So they're happy to pay you a percentage if you can sell that opportunity to them. It's a revenue stream that you're selling for them. So in just a second, I'm going to show you how to take advantage of these 5 types of leverage to steal my 6-figure business model that's kind of like a side income right now, just for fun. Leverage just means that you're in a different boat where you don't have to row. It's all about the boat, the big opportunity, and in other terms, what you sell, in which market, to what clients, at what price, how you sell it, how skilled you have to be, how do you deliver it, at what profit margins, and how much you keep. So back to this question. If you had to start over, Gusten, which business would you start and why? And so I thought about it. Like, it's a few important elements I absolutely need to start a new business, right? I need the best opportunity, the best boat, vehicle to be in. It has to be a growing market. It has to be fun. I don't want to be in a 10K, 20, 50K, 100K per month business that I don't enjoy. I want to be in a fun business. That's why I'm not in the local business area anymore. I'm online with online entrepreneurs. I'm working with creators because I enjoy it. Those are my type of people. It has to be profitable, so profit margins. Scalable. It has to be low risk, leverage, so not selling time. No design services for $70 per hour. No video editing for $100 per hour. Leverage. Flexible location. I should be able to work from anywhere, and easy to start for beginners, right? So it has to be something that's like low risk, easy to start. And that's a lot, right? That's having like a lot of demands. If you're like, I need all of these things in order for me to start that business. Yes, because we want freedom by design, not just revenue and money. And I know people probably think I'm lazy because I'm like, oh, you need leverage. You're not willing to work hard. Well, I am, but also smart. It's more about being in the right boat and using leverage, right? So I don't blame them for saying that. I mean, this is what I love to do when I'm not working: travel, discovering new things, trying with the family, and exploring, really. So I stumbled on this by accident. It was pretty funny. Well, it wasn't funny at the time, but the outcome has been great now. So I had just dropped out of college because the teacher wasn't a business owner. I then went to a sports university to become a professional football player. I even started to sports instructor and worked as a receptionist to survive while chasing my dreams. So while I was at the university for footballers, I would study extra, I would work, I would hustle to just make ends meet. This is my receptionist job, and I make $400 a month when I quit that job. I prayed and asked God for a platform. That's really where this all started, because I wanted to impact people's lives. And I wanted to have a platform where I could do something great and inspire people to find their true potential. And actually, I used to feel so dead inside when I didn't push myself to grow, and just doing something like a robot every day, like a bot. I just felt dead inside and I couldn't live with that. And I knew that there has to be millions of people feeling the exact same way. So step by step, I slowly signed my first semi-pro contract and I got paid to play. It wasn't much, but here's a few images for good old memory's sake. So that's me. You can see it's, it doesn't look great. And I guess you could just sum it all up with one last image. Well, this card was yellow. I don't know if I've had a lot of red cards, but you know what the worst part was, though, about football? Besides the scorelines, we didn't play great, by the way. I wasn't in control. So think about this actually in your life. Like, are you in control right now, or do someone else dictate when you wake up, when you go to work, and all that? The coach was in control for me. So you either play or you don't, and they choose. And every team sport is like that. You're never in full control. So how can you create freedom if you don't have control? And I knew I needed to be able to control the future of my life, financially, time-wise, location-wise. I wanted those freedoms. Business. I want to start a business because nobody can bench me in business. I'm the coach and the player, and the market is my playing field. And then one day, the unthinkable happened. It's 6 a.m. It's dark outside. Some of you might have heard this story. It's a cold winter morning. My wife comes into the room. She woke up before me. She was providing for me, and she would pay the bills so I could follow my dreams. She wakes me up. She walks into the room, and she's like, "Hey, wake up, wake up, wake up." And I slowly open one of my two eyes. I'm tired. I'm like, what's happening? What's happening? So still half conscious, not sure what's happening. And that's when she dropped the words that would change my world and life forever. I'm pregnant. And it's hard to explain the mix of excitement and fear I felt in that moment, because we've been together for 15 plus years. So we started young. Okay. We've been together for forever. And now she's pregnant. We're going to be parents. That's kind of scary, right? Especially if you're like, I have so many goals I want to do, but I'm not there yet. It's very scary. So at first I was like shocked, and then excited. And then my excitement quickly turned into anxiety. And this is the stage where it feels like you're carrying the world on your shoulders, because you're like, oh, wow, I have expenses to pay. There's a kid on the way. I'm going to be a parent. There's expectations. There's cost. It's expensive to have a family, right? So I saw this recently from Russell Brunson, and it reminded me of those times where I felt like the world was on my shoulders. And at this point, you really have to make a decision. Am I just going to shrug it off and walk away and quit? Or am I going to embrace it and see it as a challenge to level up as a person, as a human being? So at that moment, I had to make a choice internally. I was like, I asked myself, who am I going to be as a father for my newborn child when it's time? When she's here, our daughter. Who am I going to be as a person? Who am I going to be? Not what am I going to do? Who am I going to be? My characteristics, my personality, my mindset. Steve Jobs once said, here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers. And I was very inspired by this, by the way. I saw this and I was like, this is me. He said, the ones who see things differently, they're not fond of rules. They have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. But the only thing you can't do is ignore them because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. And I get chills. I thought this was sort of like cheesy to put in here as a quote, but I actually get chills thinking about the challenges that I had to go through in order to become the person I am today. And everyone thought I was crazy. It's a different business. What is a sales funnel? What are you doing in an online business? Then 2020 happened. People started working from home and they're like, oh, this is normal now. So you have an advantage if you're starting now because people know that it's normal to work from home, to work from anywhere. It's just value exchange. That's the business model. So I thought that's me. And thank God it turned out well. So now we're traveling together a lot. We're building memories, trying to raise healthy, happy kids and to be there for them because that's actually what matters. It's not just the money, it's who you can help with that money and who you can provide for. So I had to decide between the two, football or business. Am I going to continue playing or start a business? And there was only one problem when I was in this situation. I had no idea what business to start. I decided to do my best and just test things to figure out what works and what doesn't. And that became my devotion to solving this dilemma for entrepreneurs forever. Just like I said earlier, right? Entrepreneurship is the act of recognizing a problem, choosing to devote one's life to solving it, regardless of personal obligation or responsibility. Business became my mission. To first figure out myself, then give back and help others. To inspire, educate, and free entrepreneurs. And that's still my mission today. So I started with MLM, multi-level marketing, and network marketing. I looked at the market. I saw people spending most of the time on social media. And I asked my team, my upline, if you will, and I said, well, can I sell this through social media? Because that's the trend. I can leverage social media. That's where people are going. That's like the market expanding. And they said, no, we only sell in person. You have to create a list of 100 people, then call them, invite them to coffee. Which was great. I met a lot of people, but it was kind of hard as a beginner to do that. I was like, that's kind of lame because I can see, I have the vision. I know where people are going. Why do they not see this? And after trying everything, I felt like there was something missing. And then I saw this story somewhere from Gary Harbert, the copywriting legend. He asked a group of people, he said, if you could have any advantage in business, what would it be? What would you want? People responded with a few different clever replies like, I'd like to have the best product, great location, the best marketing strategy, lowest prices, right? So Gary looked at them like this, and then he said, you know what I would want? There was silence, and he said, a starving crowd. I'd want a starving crowd. You look at the market of creator, the attention economy, the creator business, this is like the digital gold rush, right? The literal meaning is truck drivers starving on the road and stopping for a quick break and buying a hot dog, a burger, a pizza. It's not the best quality, but they're a starving crowd. Zoom software during 2020, if you invented Zoom then, you'd be a billionaire, right? Facebook ads back in 2017. Drop shipping back in 2018. Or maybe one of the best examples recently, Hormozy videos back in 2021. Now everyone and their 15-year-old brother, they're offering Hormozy reels, Hormozy videos, right? So it's no longer different. It's not new and it's not unique in the marketplace, right? So it's hard to sell them. Back in the day when I did social media marketing, it was kind of new. It was kind of unique. So that's why I got into a local business space selling content and ads, just like everyone else did. So I went from making $400 a month, working as a receptionist, started doing social media marketing, content, websites, a little bit of ads here and there for local businesses. I got to 10,000 a month and I thought I was crushing it. There's just one problem. And this is the problem with old school traditional ways. You build a website for someone, you create content, they or you send traffic, and then you hope that it makes money, right? You might offer leads and it's like, hey, here's more leads. But you don't have a way to like actually prove it. So I remember one day we had a client where we had a location, like an open house for a listing, this real estate agent and firm. And we went there, we filmed with iPhones, and we just kept it simple. We filmed the place, we put on their Facebook page, and I think we ran some ads to it. And we said on Wednesday, 6 p.m., be there, the open house. I didn't know how many people would show up because I had no way to track it. I had no proof that, oh, we just got 100 people say they're interested. We just said, be there, right? And we targeted the local community around it. And I went into a cafeteria nearby, and I would sit there and I would watch through the window to see the door and see if anyone's showing up. And the real estate agent shows up. It's 5 minutes before 6 p.m. And I was nervous. I was sweating because I was like, hopefully this works. I hope this works. I hope this works. I hope the client loves me. And the clock is ticking. It's 59, and then it hits 6 p.m. and nobody was showing up. And I was getting scared. I was getting nervous. And then like a minute over, I started seeing people come in, and I was like, oof, sigh of relief. I was like, this is great. Client's going to be happy. And so it was a successful campaign, but I had no way to track it. So because of that, I was selling services hoping they would see the value, but they have no way of saying like, oh, it's because of you, right? It could have been because of word of mouth. It could have been whatever. But we got people to show up, and we had no way to actually prove it to them. So that's what you do when you build a website, create content, send traffic, or if you sell one of these services like websites or editing or content, task, or you're selling like, oh, I'm going to do this for you. You're going to save time. Okay, that's commodity, right? So all I needed was a blue ocean with a way to position myself correctly, right? The one day I saw an ad from this guy. Get my free book, just cover shipping, and I'll send it over to you. It's Russell Brunson and .com Secrets. This dude talked about something called funnels. And I didn't know what it was, and he kind of explained it. It's just a series of steps of a customer from like a stranger to actually buying something. So think of it as a store. Someone comes in, hey, what are you looking for? Oh, I want tortillas. Okay, come here. It's in this lane. Here it is. Do you also want meat? Do you want cheese? Like, what else do you want? And just sort of adding that to the cart, and then you have a happy customer. Sales funnel is the same thing. People come in, they have like one thing to buy, order form. You ask them, hey, do you also want this thing? That's a sales funnel, right? So the new way is revenue-based funnels. Launch a funnel, create content, have them do it. Creators already creating content. So launch a funnel, help them get leads, build an email list. Now you have a digital asset that you can promote to, and now you increase the value to them. Remember, value exchange. And then you convert leads to clients or customers for them, and you add revenue streams. You're not selling services. So I switched from social media marketing to become the rainmaker who gets them sales. And I switched from local to online businesses. I actually shut down my entire six-figure agency, my SMMA, and I went online from zero. And within 30 days, I got to 10,000 a month again with sales funnels. And there's an evolution to this since then that I'll talk about here in a bit as well. So lesson 2 is how to find a blue ocean with a starving crowd so big that it's enough to eat for millions. So everyone can win. You can win. There's no saturation. So blue ocean, it's a lot of fish, right? It's a lot of fish, just one hook, and not a lot of competitors, right? So there's a lot of fish. Red ocean is the opposite. Lots of competitors fishing, but not a lot of fish. So you have to compete with everyone. And this is saturation. And now you need to reposition yourself to stand out, right? So if you want to succeed and actually get clients and make money, you have to use this offer formula. You have to have something that's unique. It's new, different, and an opportunity, not a service. And then it has to be low energy and low risk. And this will be super helpful when you think about maybe reaching out to creators, partnering with them, or creating content around offers and getting them to come to you. Low energy, low risk, but it has to be new and different. It has to be opportunity and adding revenue streams for them. For an example, websites are vitamins. They help with things. They're kind of nice to have, you know. It's like, oh, it's good to have a website. It's kind of like a brochure, but it's there. And you can optimize and you can do all of that. But it's like most businesses either have one, and they look at you as like a web designer who's going to set it up, and then you get a one-off fee. So every month you have to start over because you just sell a website. And people in pain are more likely to pay you because they need painkillers, not vitamins, right? So if you have a massive neck injury, you have to fix it so that you can operate as a regular human being. So you can be productive, you can be healthy, you can spend time with your loved ones, you can build a business. Like that's painful and you have to fix that. So you're willing to actually invest in it, right? So instead of selling services like design, graphic design, logos, websites, copywriting, a lot of these things that AI are replacing individually, you sell this. You sell revenue. It's necessity, revenue streams. Every business wants to have multiple revenue streams and not rely on just one of them. That's blue ocean. It's info products sold through sales funnels that can scale thin air because you're selling their thoughts. And people are following these creators and they respect them, they look up to them, and they want to learn from them. So now you can take one process to getting result, then you can have a value ladder, meaning multiple offers and revenue streams for them. And you can find opportunities to add more revenue with more access to that creator. They have a community already. People want to get closer to them so they can upsell stuff on the back end. You add more revenue streams to them. Okay, you either do it yourself or you have a team they outsource to, and you're just like partnering with creators and scaling as the CEO, using leverage again, using people and their time, and paying them a percentage of the revenue that you get from your clients. So you don't have to pay them a salary or anything. It's just a piece of what you get, you pay to them as well. So I sat down to figure out what products to sell using these funnels, but I couldn't really see myself as a beginner in this new field selling expertise. I didn't want to be like the creator, and I know the creator market was big, back then, and it's growing 100 billion per year. And it's fine to like have an evolution from being a creator partner to being the creator, because you can have now a 7-figure one-person business selling your own info products. But this is a really good way to learn and get paid to learn while working with creators. Would you agree? It's like, instead of you building the personal brand and monetizing in a year from now, which is the problem with like affiliate marketing, building a big audience, then promoting someone else's product, which you're not really proud of, you might like it, but you're not really in control of it. And then hoping that someone buys it and you get a commission. So you have to wait for it. Here is very different, where you can learn the skills and then do it yourself for your personal brand if you want to in the future. Or you could just partner and get revenue share from other creators. And I like the fact that I've been able to work with clients and help them monetize their stuff. This is how I started. And then one day I sat scrolling my phone. Something just popped up on a screen that would change my life forever. And it was this: Uber, the world's largest taxi company, owns no vehicles. Facebook, the world's most popular media owner, creates no content. Alibaba, the most valuable retailer, has no inventory. And Airbnb, the world's largest accommodation provider, owns no real estate. Something interesting is happening. And this was many years ago. So, for example, Amazon, they're now launching their own products, stuff like that. But the model is, we're just going to connect people and we're going to get a cut of those sales. So they build a business around the attention, not the product itself. They let people do that. They use leverage. When I saw this, I was like this. I was like, this is crazy. I had like a big aha moment. So if you think about Airbnb and Uber, again, they connect the sellers with the buyers, and then they get paid in the middle. They get paid for connecting people and providing value that way without a product. So this is called distribution. It's eyeballs. So I started Googling around. I found out that Russell Brunson had an inner circle with tons of experts. Russell Brunson, the co-founder of ClickFunnels. And just a few months later, I had my first client from his mastermind. And the first one was free. And then I started getting paid for the next one and the next one. And we worked together a bunch of times after that. And he's referred a ton of people to me as well, right? So when you have a client, you just focus on like serving them and learning as much as possible and doing the first one for free. And because they want multiple revenue streams, there's going to be multiple funnels that you launch for them. And in fact, you get paid up front first, and then you transition to partnership where you get a percentage of revenue because they can see the value they offer for them. And I realized I could partner with them to build more than just pages. So this is where you sort of transition into suggestive mode, consulting mode, and you say like, hey, what about, you have a book. Like, here's a client of mine we built a book funnel for, and he had other homepages, events, like other info products. And I offered to build those as well. Gave it a big deal, and then I was able to charge way more for that. So I could suggest that, um, um, I could suggest new revenue streams for them, and sort of accidentally, I became the strategist for them. So I would just sit on meetings or in DMs, and I'd be like, "Hey, have you thought about doing this?" Like now, for example, a lot of people are in school. Like, have you thought about launching a school group? Yeah, I've thought about it. I'm a little bit busy with my software business, but it's something I want to do. And it's like those are the best clients because they're existing business owners, and you just take what they already have, build an info product, launch it, and optimize it, and you get paid for it because they don't have the time to do it themselves. Before I knew it, I had clients and private conversations with some of the biggest people in the industry about funnels and info products. People like this, like direct contact and conversations with Russell Brunson, one-on-one meeting with Dean Graziosi, who first hired me to Tony Robbins' team and then brought me over to mastermind.com. Like a lot of big clients that I've had a ton of fun working with, and I've learned so much working with them. I feel really grateful, to be honest, to come from a small town in Finland, in a small village with like 10,000 people, and be able to work with clients like this. So if you want to know how I got here and how I've been able to scale to 7 figures since, just like, subscribe, let me know in the comments, and I'll break it down. Lesson 3, how to leverage the Airbnb model and collect cash without a product. So this is what we do as a creator partner. We connect creators with customers. We leverage their personality, their audience, their relationships, social media platforms, info products to create something valuable to sell from thin air. Plus, you leverage plug and play funnel templates, AI writing tools, AI brainstorming GPTs, and AI info product planners to create it. So you don't have to create this from scratch at all. You sell leverage, not time, selling $50 per hour. So you can get paid by connecting the dots between creators and customers. Once you get it, you can't unsee it. You're like, this makes so much sense, rather than trying to do, trading or drop shipping or anything where you actually have to risk capital to do it. So you sell revenue opportunities to your clients and you partner with them to do it for free. But who should you partner with? And why would they be interested to work with you? I know some of you are thinking this. Well, I'm a beginner. Why would they partner with me? Why would they be interested in me if I'm just starting out? Well, number one, you can be transparent with them. Hey, I'll do this for free. I'm building my portfolio. I want to get you some new revenue streams to build case studies. And only if you like it, you'll pay me, right? So a funnel, only if you like it, you'll pay me. Only when you start making money, you'll pay me. And that way you get your foot through the door, and then you'll charge for the next project. And we're not trying to pitch Cristiano Ronaldo on launching a school group, even though he could. And yes, people like Jason Derulo are already on school. There's Olympians, there's big people on school already and similar platforms. And just take Patreon. Patreon, a lot of creators are on Patreon, but they're charging like $5 a month. They could be on school or have their own info products or their own academy. And like, this is becoming mainstream. You see a lot of big like celebrities now launching their YouTube channels because they want to get into like the creator economy. So I call it social commerce because it's a mix of social media and info products plus community. And again, a lot of these have a community already in their social media profiles, but not in a setting, not in a group. And that's where you come in. Some are more about entertainment, others are more educational, and all of them work. So if you look at the creator economy, Forbes in 2021, they they looked at the market. They said this is a $100 billion market, and it's projected to be $500 billion by 2027. The e-learning market, which is what it's also called, is expected to grow from 274 billion in 2022. So you can see it's already doubled 2022 to 465 by 2028. So there's a lot of like data points and sources backing up this. This is not just hype, which is why I'm saying like this is the biggest it's the biggest opportunity, and it's just getting started because everyone now understands the importance of either becoming a creator or leveraging creators to grow their business. Like an e-com, like a local business, they want to leverage creators, but creators don't want to rely on brand deals on AdSense, because they can go up and down. They want to be in control. Remember, sports, team, they want to be in control, not have a boss or coach or someone else say like, oh, your contract is terminated. Why? They want to control the revenues. You partner with them and do it for them, right? So you put everything on a plate. You're like, you need an info product, a funnel, and a community. And don't worry about it. I'll do everything for you. And then you either outsource it or you do it yourself because it's actually fun. You sit and click buttons. You're not a physical, hardworking person in 40 degrees Celsius or whatever that's in Fahrenheit. It's actually a little bit of a learning curve, obviously, in the beginning, but you're working from a laptop. So it's totally doable if you just learn like the frameworks to do it. So Harvard Business Review said that we conservatively estimate at least 40 million economically consequential creators worldwide, which we define as creators with more than 1,000 followers who actively post content. If each creator can influence $10 worth of spending among just 1% of their followers per year, creators will affect 130 billion of purchasing decisions annually. Isn't that crazy? That's 40 million creators. A starving crowd. They all want control. They all want high profit margins. I was like, what? 40 million people. Ask yourself how many people are creator partners right now, or funnel builders, or personal brand agency, whatever you want to call it. Like, who are right now doing this? I'll tell you what I estimated to be around like 10,000 people, because there's a few like big agency corporations who are working with like the celebrities of Messi, Ronaldo, LeBron James, like those type of people. We're not trying to either partner with those agencies. We're not trying to build an agency like that. If that's you and you want to have like a $100 million agency, I'm not your guy. I want to have freedom and I want to have low cost, low stress, and I want to work on things that are fun and actually like I'm passionate about, which you can probably tell. So what's the problem we're solving for these people then? I call it the stressed out creator syndrome, because that's what they are. They're tired of relying on brand deals, social media creator programs that pay them pennies. That's their red ocean. It's like brand deals. Blue ocean, digital, Patreon, 8 million Patreons, which is a good opportunity. But that's, if you think about it, you go into a red ocean and you say, okay, there's a lot of people here. Have you thought about launching your own academy? Have you thought about launching your own university, your own club, like a creators type of club or an artist club? I'm seeing these trends. And once you're in this space and you're learning it, you start seeing the patterns. Because it's kind of like if you go to your city and you're like, hey, let's look for red cars or blue cars. And every red car you look for and you find, you're going to get $10. You'll be looking for those things. So once you commit to doing this, you'll see more of the things that you're looking for. It's just how the universe works. So let's put it to the test then in the perfect business matrix. Best opportunity, growing market. Is it fun, profitable, scalable, low risk, leverage not selling time, flexible location, easy to start for beginners? A creator partner has all of those things. You can work from home, you're not selling time, it's low risk because you're not spending any money on ads or anything to find these creators. It's all social media. Everyone has a phone. And yes, it's easy to start for beginners because you don't charge the first project and then you learn it and then you use someone else's system. You follow someone who's already done it and you learn from them, which is the biggest hack. I've spent conservatively 300,000 on education and systems from other people because I just want to learn like, okay, how are you doing this? Great, I can do it as well if I just follow your process. That's the biggest hack that you don't get in a college because it's theory. It's not a system that you just follow. So let's check out the other business models that you've seen. Local business, what about demand, supply? Is it fun? Is it profitable? A lot of local business struggling with profitability. Is it scalable? A lot of times not. High risk because you invest a lot of money. Some leverage if you have a team, right? Selling time. Can you work from home? I know a lot of people in the local business space, they can't. E-commerce. Is it profitable? Maybe if you risk enough. If you have a winning product, you have a great audience, and you spend a lot of money on ads. What about storage, shipping, or you do drop shipping? People can copy you. The minute you start making money, people just copy it because you don't have a brand. It's just drop shipping. Agency, not a lot of profit margins as you scale. I know this from personal experience. I've done everything myself, loved it, got to 30,000 a month, and I would keep that because it was just me doing it. And then as an agency, got to 50,000 a month, and then we had a team to pay, and so it was all automated, but I didn't keep as much, and it's also more stress. Even though I had a great team, there's more because I really care about my clients. I want them to succeed. It's more stress. A lot of times, that's why you see a lot of agency owners. They do it for a couple of years, they transition to something else. A lot of them to sort of like creator partnerships or info products to build their personal brand or work with other people who have personal brands because it's just more fun. It's just more fun than like local businesses. Unless you're maybe a little bit older than me and you're more traditional and you like the local business space, then great, you should do that. So for me, creator partnership is the way. Let's compare it to freelance agency. Commoditized service, low ticket profit margins. So freelancers typically sell low ticket, agencies low profit margins. It's hard to stand out as a beginner because you're selling services. It's local business, not online. It's not flexible. It's a red ocean. It works to get up and running, to get some experience, but typically you're not very fulfilled and happy with the business. And with the creator partner business, it's a fresh new angle, easy to stand out, low risk for clients, easy to get recurring revenue, revenue split opportunity. And if you want to, you can either build a one-person seven-figure business with the skills that you're learning because you're stacking the skills. So you can soon launch your own personal branding products as well and scale to seven figures with those same systems if you want to. Or you just create, you're just partner with more creators and you put people in place to run them and manage them. And then you just launch and optimize. Find a creator, launch them, optimize it. Look for revenue opportunities, partner with the next one, launch and optimize. So what about funnel builders then? Well, a lot of people are just selling like pages, sales pages, landing pages. You've probably seen them. They're like, oh, I do landing pages for personal brands or e-com brands. Easy to start, yes, because you can use templates. It's visual, so it's easy to sell, but it's commoditized and in some niches is seen as like low value. Oh, I'm going to price shop. Okay, 10 people send me a portfolio. I'll look for the best one at the cheapest price. Boom. It's one-off projects, or you go full-time in a business, which is good to get your money coming in, like 5,000-10,000 a month. Learn the skills, be in a business. That's actually really good. And it's great if you're like the top 1% skilled person doing it yourself. Funnels are great. I'm not saying it's like a bad opportunity, but with a creator partner, you're seen as the expert. So they listen to you for advice on new revenue streams. You consult them on the strategy to launch it and then evergreen it. Your value is your brain, not your time or task that you perform. Like I said, you can charge up front and a percentage of the revenue that you bring to them. And then recurring revenue from optimizing their value ladder. And then you can do stuff like emails. You can install a video editor in the business. They pay the payroll, but you know that they can help. It can help grow the business if they have a video editor on the team, for example. Now you can probably see how it's like, oh, this just makes a lot of sense as the natural evolution of funnel builders, right? And freelancers, agencies, all that. Even consultants, instead of like selling consulting fees, partner with creators. So how to become a high-paying creator partner and get your first client in no time. Lesson 4. Here's a list of info products you can sell to a creator's audience. Online masterclass, a VIP membership, paid community, a school group, white label app, an online course, a coaching program, one-on-one consulting, event or mastermind, or even better, take someone else's experience and package it into a membership or a certification rather, where you certify someone on learning the same skills to getting the same outcome that you have gotten. So that's what I did for myself in Funnels University. But you can also do that with clients. In fact, I've done that where I suggest like, hey, you have a program, make it a certification so other people can do this as well. Now they're certified. Very smart. Because I don't know how to launch these info products for creators. I don't know where to find them. Don't worry, I got you. You can actually just license my entire system that's generated me 7 figures from scratch. And here's the framework for it. So number 1 is finding the clients, closing clients. I'll show you how to do that as well. Launching clients and then optimizing them. So let's break them down one by one. The first place to find these clients is going to them directly because it's free. It's available. It's social media. And again, we're not trying to go for Tony Robbins. I got Tony Robbins as a client through inbound. So people saw my stuff. And this was when I had like a couple hundred YouTube subscribers, maybe not even 1,000. Like I was a very small funnel builder back then, and their team reached out, and I built funnels for Tony Robbins for his like Unleash the Power Within event, and like then I was brought over to Tony Sandin's Time to Thrive challenge, and I was a part of the team for a long time where we launched that challenge. We had almost 1 million people come through their free challenge, so I learned a ton of stuff just by working with these people. But you start obviously with someone who's like a 3 out of 10 size. They have 30,000 followers, not a million, and you work your way up. Community is another one. So like Nothing Held Back, my personal community, like my free communities, linked below, by the way. There's communities like online coaches wanting freedom. There's course creators communities. There's like specific industries of people trying to do this. And then there's school groups. So you go to school.com, you go discover communities, and you type in artists, music, producers, yoga, whatever it is that you're interested in, who you want to work with. You can find a lot of groups there. And then software. So high level ClickFunnels, System, School, like they have their own communities as well with hundreds of thousands of people who are business owners where you can create new revenue streams for them, then charge up front because they already have revenue coming in. Or a new creator who has like 50,000 followers who are used to brand deals, but now have an audience to launch to. You can do just a revenue split. I have clients where we just take revenue split because they have an audience already and they just want to focus on their art and the skills, their passion. We build the funnel and the info product and the community, and then we launch and optimize. It's really that simple. Directories. So software is where you can find creators by niche, platform, audience size, all of that good stuff. The reason why this is blurred out is because I'm working on one right now. You'll probably see it soon. Industry leaders. So you can go to someone like Gary Vee. You can see who they're following or who's following them. If you go to someone who has like a little bit less than millions of followers, they'll be able to see their followers and see who's verified and click their profiles and like leverage other celebrities to find more creators. You can search by hashtag, you can Google, you can search on YouTube. The gold mine is YouTube. And yes, finding clients is the easy part because you're just looking. Most people don't want to look, even though it's on their phone. How many people have over 1,000 subscribers on YouTube? 10 million YouTubers. 10 million. So if we're 10,000 doing this, is it saturated? Not really. You just need the right system to do it. So you know how, what to say to them, how to position yourself, how to optimize your profile, your portfolio, and then use examples to close them. So go to YouTube search, channel, show email. Don't message this person, by the way. But you can see an email down here. Like this is, you can see they have a Patreon. They probably would want to have more revenue streams. Okay. And I know this works personally because I'm working with a few YouTubers and Instagram creators right now. And we're doing this, creator partnerships. So step 1, closing clients. There's 3 C's. Chat, so no call, close through DMs. And yes, it works. I just message people. Sometimes I send a quick voice message. I ask a few things and then I close the deal and I send them an automated onboarding form and they pay up front. And then after we do the first where I make, let's say 5,000, I deliver that. I can do that, funnel in like 2 days using my systems because I speed up time. Money loves speed, right? And then I can be like, okay, do I want to work with this and partner with this person? And then it's like no cost, no risk for them. But if it's someone I really want to work with, I'll talk with them. Yes, this works. And then you do the first one for free. And now you're not pitching, asking for stuff from them like everyone else is doing. Everyone's like, hey, do you have 15 minutes to jump on a call? I'm like, I don't know you. And people who have an audience, they get these messages all the time. Once you understand positioning, how to reach out in a way that is actually service-based selling or selling through service, you're different than everybody else. Yes, I was like, this is crazy. I could sell without sales calls now. And I've done it hundreds of times, by the way. I built 600 funnels. Step 2 is calls, but it's not sales calls. It's actually showing the strategy. So the funnel strategy, the launch strategy. And you can use my funnels. You can use examples of other people like, hey, this person is doing this. Have you thought about doing that yourself? And these are like 15-minute calls because they're more like, oh, I'm going to pay you 5,000. I'm going to pay you 2,000, 3,000. I just want to see who I'm paying because you're a stranger at first, right? So it's very natural. I just want to see who the person is behind the camera. So on a call, any messages you connect personally, you collect information, and you close with a price anchor. So the price anchor is where you say, typically, for if I was selling service, this is how much it would be. I'm looking for long-term partnerships though, where I take all of this off your plate. Again, there's a plate, and you say you need a funnel, info, product, community. We take all of that off your plate, so you don't have to do any of the work, and we'll add a revenue stream to your business, but I'll do it all for you, and you'll have it live in 2 weeks, right? So typically I would charge this much, but for you it's just going to be this because I'm looking to work with you for a very long time, right? As soon as taken care of, here's the invoice. As soon as taken care of, I'll send over the onboarding form so you can have, so we can have everything in one place. We don't have to go back and forth. I'm not going to waste your time. And then I'll just go and build everything out for you. And boom, you're ready to launch. Easy for them. Low risk, low energy. Easy, new, different opportunity. Hopefully some of you are right now like Joey. You're like, this is crazy. Yes, it's amazing. What's the onboarding form? We just use a form, add the questions there. People reply to them. The clients upload their files, the testimonials, the logo, whatever they have. And we just look at, okay, is there anything that we need to request further? Typically, to fill it out, we have everything in one place at one time. Is super easy. So third one is cart invoice. So promo posts. It's funny, I did this end of year. I said, hey, who's looking to get a tax write-off? Because as a business, you can get a business expense when you hire someone or buy something as an investment to business, which is what a funnel is. It's an investment to sell something they have. And I said, who's right now looking to save some money on tax to a tax write-off and invest in a new funnel and an info product that can help you scale your business? And right now I'm doing a special. Instead of 5,000, it's going to be 3,500. And I got 4 clients, almost 15,000 in cash collected from people who weren't planning on signing up right now because they weren't prioritizing it. And then the cart is just like social media to a Stripe invoice. That's simple. And then paid. Okay, what about managing clients? I know how to find them, how to close them. What about managing clients? Same thing like you connected with them. Social media, at least to your 20,000 a month or 30,000 a month. And then if you scale as an sort of agency where it's all automated, then you can have Slack, you can invite clients there. That's more like when you actually partner with clients long term. But I just use like WhatsApp or Facebook or emails or Instagram DMs to close deals and then to communicate and send them updates because everyone is on social media. So it's like super easy. Keep things very simple, very natural. Don't become a different person. Just communicate like you would if we met, you and I, and we just have a casual coffee together. And it gets more fun the more momentum you're getting. So yes, some of you will feel some resistance. Like, this is great. I want to do this, but man, I don't know if I'm good enough. And that's resistance. That's like your world on your shoulders. You're like, man, it feels heavy because I'm not good enough. I have to go and talk to people now, and like, this is uncomfortable for me, right? Some of you might be feeling that way. Henry Ford said, when everything seems to be going against you, remember that the airplane takes off against the wind, not with it. So what if these things aren't happening against you? What if they're happening for you in order to take off, in order to grow and become the person who can handle the clients, in order to challenge you to add new skills to your life so that you can build info products and funnels for clients? What do you need to do to become that person? Remember when I became a parent, my wife got pregnant, I was like, crap, I don't know anything about business. I'm a college dropout. I make $400 a month. My wife is paying for my bills. I had to make a decision that I'm going to use the resistance for growth, not to shrug it off, walk away, and quit. And this right here is what changed my entire business. And it's called the tipping point. So you know how when you're trying to learn something new, you're watching these videos and you're investing in yourself, you're reading books, you're going to conferences, maybe you're listening to podcasts, and you're giving it your all, but it feels like you're pushing uphill. And it's because you're outside of your comfort zone, you're going into unknown territory, and you're going uphill, learning new skills and try to get your first client. And then boom, you get one, it gets a little bit easier. You get one more, it gets a little bit easier. And then you get a big one that's like a perfect client that has connections. Doesn't have to be the Tony Robbins, the Russell Brunson, the Jason Derulo, Cristiano Ronaldo. Like, it can just be a client who has a few friends. And then that's your tipping point. So now the ball starts rolling downhill and they refer clients to you. And now you have a flywheel because now you're just working on one project at a time. You're trying to scale, but just serving your clients that you have. And you're talking with more creators, partnering with them, selling funnels, building info products, and the community. You launch and optimize, and it gets easier because you get momentum. Momentum is one of the most powerful things in the world of business. And that's where it becomes easy to get clients because you're past the tipping point now. 90% of people, they give up before the tipping point because resistance. If you push through and you're like, I will make it, I'll find a way, I'll do whatever it takes to learn from the right people to make this work, and I'll find a support group of people that I can network with, that I can hang out with and learn from. So when I'm stuck, when I have questions, I have someone to ask what to do now, what to say now, what's my next step, what should I focus on, what's my daily routine. That's what you need. A place where you can hang out and feel safe and feel home. So when it's scary, you have someone there to help you and guide you over the tipping point, and then it becomes easier. First, you learn everything for a few weeks. Once it clicks, everything just makes more sense. So, launching clients then. You get a client, boom. How do you launch them? Now, when you do a market research survey, so you send out a 5-minute survey. It takes you 5 minutes to set this up. It's 5 questions. What's the one thing you want to learn? What are you struggling with? How much are you willing to pay for this? Anything else we should know? Great. Create an offer with information. Use a 10-minute offer creation AI tool like a custom GPT. I've created one myself that I use with all of my offers and clients and creator offers. And it gives me a 99% done offer and outline and titles and suggestions. And then we just use proven sales funnels with the offers and creators, put it together with AI. Boom, we have everything in 10 minutes. Instead of spending weeks to create these manually. And I know from personal experience, I didn't have AI when I started almost a decade ago. I wish I had AI. I use AI every single day right now to extend my brain. It's like my brain 2.0. Number 3, use a proven system and a funnel framework, a funnel type, plug it into the funnel, and then you launch the creator. So how do you do that? Use my proven plug and play funnel templates. You customize them. You outsource to like a designer. So you actually use leverage and hire the person who's not being a creator partner, who's a funnel designer, a copywriter, if you want to. But you could also just use AI and put it together yourself. And that way you have a one-person business that keeps all the profit margins in your own pocket. Then you use AI to outline the info product and the launch. And I have a ton of these AI tools myself. And I'm working on an AI software right now that will just do all of this for you in a beautiful dashboard, and it's super easy to do. So market research, offer creation, sales funnel, and then info product and launch. Boom. And I'll show you even how to launch it. Creators focus on getting their info products launched and nurturing their community. They don't care about you being the best in the world funnel designer, because that's one piece of it. They want revenue. They want to serve their community. Plus, my proven templates both look beautiful and convert, so you don't have to build them from scratch. Just leverage, again, you leverage my obsession with funnels to do it. These are just some of the templates, by the way. I'm building new ones all the time. Money loves speed, so focus on speed and getting to market and working with clients as quickly as possible. And then step 4, the final one, optimize clients. All right, so the first one is you announce a wait list. You're like, hey, this is coming soon. And by the way, you're not doing this on your own profile. You're doing it with the creator. Okay, so you know what they need. You create an offer, put into a funnel, and then you launch it with a wait list. Hey, sign up to a wait list. Something great is coming. Early bird launch. First people can get in from the wait list. Official launch. So you increase the price a little bit. You get more people coming in. You close the cart in 7 to 10 days to have urgency and actual like scarcity ethically. And then you nurture your community. You figure out ways to add more value to their community. You work with the creator to do that. And then collect testimonials from happy customers. And then you turn it evergreen through the content creation and automated sales funnels. So a lot of people want to do like 10 different funnels. I just have 4 that I do that you can steal. The homepage funnel that leads into all their offers and communities. Then you have a freebie funnel, a freebie maker, which is like a free ebook or a free training. Use AI to create it for the client. They're going to be super happy. Take their stuff and transcribe it and then create like an outline and have it 90% done, send it to the client. You can even do that for free and get free clients. And then automated sales funnels selling through cards. So sales page, order form, confirmation. And then you have application for one-on-one access because people want more access to the creator. And that's it. That's why I talk a lot about launch and optimize. And you're going to see way more about it. You're going to see people copying me. You're going to see people stealing my ideas and my systems and claiming it as their own. Remember, I started this almost a decade ago. And now people are talking about, oh, you should work with creators and do this and that. They don't have the skills and systems and experience that we have in this community. That's why this is special and you're here early. You become the rainmaker, not the service provider, not the freelancer, not the agency. You're the rainmaker for them, right? Those who make it rain will always get paid. Even in a recession, if someone is laid off, it's because they're maintenance. Oh, I helped with this. I don't know. No, you're the rainmaker. You get paid when you make it rain. So even in times of recession, those who create opportunities to make more money always get paid. Become the person who is impossible to fire because they wouldn't survive without you. They need you. And instead of running ads for clients, almost running their entire business, I see people like running ads, selling leads, running their sales team, doing like installing appointment setting systems. And like, do you want to be the operator that runs their entire business and then have like multiple clients where you're always stressed out and overworked? Or do you want to pick a few clients that you partner with where you're launching and optimizing? And if you need team members, you find them. It's very easy to find like video editors, thumbnail designers, graphic designers, copywriters, and then install them in the creator's business. Because now they're getting revenue from the funnels that you're creating. And you can just take some of that, install team members, and help the creator suggest to them like, hey, I would recommend that you have an email marketer. I would recommend that you have a YouTube video editor because that's like selling your info products 24/7 through sales funnels. And the people I've talked to and we've done this, they're mind blown. Like, this is crazy. This is the best offer I've ever heard because it's revenue. It's the future. It's like creators, info products, community, and YouTube, like evergreen cash flow. So you launch and optimize, you get paid up front for funnels, you charge recurring for ongoing work or optimization, and you partner on revenue split deals to optimize when scaling. And if you're like me right now, you're very excited to do this. You're very excited to get started, but you also might feel like there's something missing, right? And no, it's not the proposal. We just actually put it in an invoice and send it over and they pay it. It's not a fancy agency website. We just use a portfolio template where it says, here's what we do for who, here's the process, and then here's examples. And if you don't have examples, you do what I call concept funnels. So you build a few example of like sales pages for info products using imaginary offers just to show examples what you can do, which, by the way, you can launch your portfolio in a weekend. Even if you're busy, even if you have a job, you can do it in a weekend where you go to dribble.com, 3Bs, or Pinterest, and you type in landing page, sales page, funnel, website. So get visual inspiration from it and go to school, discover communities, see what people are selling, put it together. You have a visual now. When you're starting out, it's easier to sell visual or results. Well, you don't have results. You don't have case studies. So you can just create something visual and sell that instead. And just the last week, I've closed 2. There's one more who said he's interested in hiring me for a redesign. It's just visual, but it's still a 5,000 minimum for a redesign. Doesn't take me a very long time to do because I've perfected the systems to do this now. And I want you to have those systems so that you don't have to start from scratch yourself. But you start visual, then you start working your way up to doing more partnership deals. And when I started, I just put my funnel examples on a template and I linked them from my social media profiles because then I could reach out to people. I could go in communities, stay active, be top of mind, and people go to my profiles, click the links, see my examples, message me and ask for price. And that's a buying trigger. They're interested. They're asking how much is it? Now they want to hire you. They want to work with you. So social media is your portfolio. Think about it that way. That's your like actual storefront to the world. And finally, AI. The beautiful world of AI. How to leverage AI tools to do 90% of the thinking and writing for creator partnerships. It's such a game changer. I've talked about it a little bit, but you can now use custom GPTs to basically train it to do everything for your client. So think about this. Let's say you need a free challenge. You have a client who's going to do a 5-day challenge. Okay, open up ChatGPT, create a custom GPT, or use mine. I have one, yes. Even for these slides, I was like, here's the idea that I have. Here's what I've done already. Can you suggest ideas? And it's like, I actually find a lot of pride in coming up with ideas myself. But even sometimes when I'm stuck, I'm like, okay, this is what I have so far. I want to give out a free course. Like, what's missing? Have you thought about this? And then it gives me 3 different options. I'm like, I don't like this. I don't like this. But this thing, yes, thank you for suggesting that. Because they have access to everything. And even my own videos that I've done for years. So you can take my stuff and I give you permission to create your own custom GPTs using my systems. And I have so many templates for everything. So just use those custom GPTs or my AI software and just have the AI do most of the work. Instead of manually creating a sales funnel strategy, instead of manually creating an offer, instead of manually becoming an expert yourself, use AI who is an expert already, right? Sales page copy, VSL, emails. You might be saying like, if AI is so good, why isn't clients using AI themselves? Because you don't know what you don't know. If this is your first time hearing about creator partners, chances are you didn't know that you could use ChatGPT to do this for clients because you didn't even see it as an opportunity. It wasn't even on your radar. So clients who are used to one thing, they're just busy doing that. I see this all the time. People who are like walking, just doing one thing. They're not aware of the online world even. But you're here, you're watching this, so you're like 10 steps ahead of them. And you don't have to do it manually. Just use a custom GPT. So this is kind of how it works. One is called the 10-minute copy-paste copywriter. And I have personally written a book, added it in here. Taken my 10p perfect sales page, added it in here. I say, these are the questions that you need to ask the person. So you get a client, you come in and you answer those questions because they fill out the onboarding form. You connect the dots, you leverage my tools and AI and frameworks, and then it gives you the perfect sales page. Imagine if you just took 10 minutes to do that and impress a client without doing it manually. Hey, can you fill out this form? Or actually, just take what they have on social media, use my custom GPTs, it'll generate a sales page, screenshot it and send it over for free. Some of you right now, you should do that. And if you need help to actually work with them, knowing what to say, how to communicate that, I have client closing scripts for you. So you can close these without sales calls. Man, how I wish I had this almost a decade ago. But I'm actually very grateful I've had to go through it because it's made me a strong person. And now I'm able to help you so you don't have to go through the same thing. You'll always have struggles and challenges, but it'll make you stronger, wiser, smarter, more experienced. And then you'll leverage that to grow your business even further. So I've created one for everything I need, and I share them with members of our private community. So there's a lot of these 10-minute contract generator, info product builder, offer creator, funnel strategist. And so I'm just adding more of them. And like I said, building an AI software with a dashboard. Depending on when you're watching this, check out my link in the description if I have a link to my software there.
All right, so hopefully that was valuable. We've now covered how to find clients, where to find them, how to close them, how to onboard them, how to manage them, how to launch them, and how to optimize them, which is the foundations for everything, right? But I know a lot of people have questions around how can I do this faster? How can I maybe get your help to do it? Gusten, can I use your funnel templates? Can I use your systems? Can you mentor me one-on-one? I get a lot of messages on Instagram, Facebook, and everywhere of people asking to learn from me directly. So if that is you, then I'm going to go over how that works and how you can just license my systems. And if you're not interested, that's totally cool as well. I appreciate you being here and watching this training. And hopefully you got a lot of value from it and you come back for more trainings on this channel. But if you're interested in learning how you can work with me, then continue watching the rest of the course to see how you can do that. So now let's dive into that as well.
So soon you'll be able to access my software that writes everything within one creator dashboard. For now, it's just a couple of different links, but it's still as powerful because I've manually taught it so much and added so many knowledge sources that it'll reference when you generate copy, ideas, info products, and all that. So that's coming soon. If you want lifetime access for the next 100 people who join Funnels University, I'm giving you lifetime access to the software. In fact, everyone watching this video right now, because it lives on forever, if you use the link below this video to join, I'll make sure you get lifetime access to that software. And if it's not already available when you watch this, it's less than 30 days. So get certified, because yes, there's also certification. There's gamification, there's private calls, private community, my templates. So like go in and just dive in and enjoy all the stuff that's in there. And within 30 days, you have lifetime access to a software that can do this for you and for your clients. That means that you'll be able to find creators, filter by niche and size, and reach out to them from the software. And the best part, the software will do 90% of the work for you, so you can save time, save thousands of dollars from hiring a team to do it. You just plug it into a template of mine, and voila, that's it. It'll create the info product outline, the offer, the strategy to launch, the sales page copy, the emails, and the social media content, everything all in one simple place. By the way, this is not a typical offer. This is not like a course that's like $9.97 for this course where you're going to learn a few things. No, it's way more than that. It's already crazy valuable just with the current offer, which is like a certification, the resources, the templates, the client closing scripts, and all that good stuff. But I also want to help you out further. I want to do a crazy no-brainer deal, unlike anything I've ever done. And I want you to license my 7-figure creator system with my $1 million funnels, and I'll show you how to partner with creators. So you license my systems, you get certified, or you have your team members do it. Yes, you can add those. You play the game, the gamification, you unlock new levels through quests and become the grandmaster, which is just a fancy way of saying you become the top of the top performers in this industry, and you become the best. You start making money and getting paid to learn this stuff. And then your goal and vision is, okay, I'm going to optimize for freedom, and I'm going to build the business around my personality type, and I'm going to get certified and become the grandmaster of this industry. So that's kind of how this looks, just real quick. Pawn, knight, rook, knight, bishop, rook, queen, and king. And when you unlock all of these, you're the grandmaster. You can get these certification badges for funnel strategy, offer creation, info products, copywriting, all that, to understand it, but you don't have to do it yourself. And then you can feature those on social media. You can feature them on your portfolio, content, and it'll increase your credibility because a lot of people know me in this industry already. Yes. Now you see why I'm so confident that there's nothing like this on the market and why people are getting such amazing results and raving about it. Because it's not just a course. It's this, right? So we have 6 instant certifications. You also get a plug and play funnel templates, A to Z client closing scripts. You get closing case studies where you see me do it and examples of like, here's what I said, here's what they said. And like behind the scenes look into everything. And then you use the same strategies yourself. Funnel project breakdown. So here's the client, the offer, the strategy, the funnel, and here's why. So there's videos like breaking down the visual, the design, the branding, the mood board, the design system, the copywriting, like all these things. And then there's gamification where you go through one by one, you unlock things, and we make it fun. So we have 10-minute copywriting tools for everything, funnel flows and roadmaps. You can license those to show your clients. Oh, here's an idea for you. Have you thought about this? Okay. And you white label them so they're yours. Doesn't include my logo. Just use my visuals and show that to clients. If you're not sure, like, okay, but I don't even know where to start with like funnels or offers for clients. Well, I have a vault. So I spent a lot of time, and I still do all the time, studying the market, seeing what other people are doing. And I created a vault with the offers and the funnels and even sales pages that they use, like the copy. And I put in a system where you can just go into the vault, look at what other people are doing, and then have an understanding and a bank vault of ideas to suggest to clients. So now content is easy, messaging is easy, client conversation is easy because you have the scripts, 3C, connect, collect, close, and then my examples, my funnel flows, the breakdowns. I'm trying to make it as simple as possible for you to succeed even if you're a beginner, so that you have no reason to feel like you're not good enough, because you don't even have to learn all the things yourself. You just license my systems to do it. But a warning, this is not available with all the bonuses included anywhere else, right? So this offer at this price is not on the official homepage. If you get this from the course, the free course, then yes, you get everything included. Or for just one-time investment, you get lifetime access. So when I update this next year, get that one as well. People who bought from me 5 years ago, they got all of this stuff as a free update, because when you invest in us, I keep investing back into you. Everything I'm learning out there on the market, I go to war, I figure out how it works, I come back and I teach it and I share it with you in the program. So you get lifetime access to everything, all my templates, my systems, my trainings, the community, the live calls that we do, everything. And so A to Z Funnels University program, the 7-figure funnels course and sort of funnels in a box, 6 high income skills certification program, plug and play system for your entire business, private community for support networking, monthly live group coaching with me, or bi-weekly with changes now. So it's more than monthly. One-click install portfolio of funnel templates, step-by-step easy tech tutorial start to finish for you or your team, chat closing client scripts, bonus, a list of 1,000 plus prospects to begin with, and my private 10-minute AI writing tools that does the work for you. So if you hired me to create all these funnels, copy info products, plug and play templates individually, which a lot of people do, I would have to charge you at least $25,000 to build everything out, plus 10% of revenue. Because just the funnel, I've charged like $10,000 for just the funnel, right? So I would have to charge, like some clients I've had $10,000 per month, and I work with them for a very long time. But now you can simply access my exact same systems that I use for them. In fact, the way that I create templates is I have a proven, like a real client project. And then when they launch it, I use the same outline and just change the visuals and everything so that you can use it for yourself or for your clients. And so it's like, oh, this is someone who actually paid Gusten. It's legit. It's not just like cheap template that someone is selling from theory without having like a proven structure to it. You got the scripts, the AI tools for a fraction of that. And honestly, there's competitors who charge upwards of $10,000 for the same type of program, and that's just for a fraction of what's included here. And that doesn't come with access to me. And this is other people's words, by the way. It's not me saying it. And I'm nothing against that. I love those people who have those programs. If you have $10,000 to throw at it and test it out, great. But for a fraction of that, if you get more stuff and access to me, I think this is a better offer. I'll let you decide. Don't feel pressured into anything. If you're excited, you feel like, I want to learn from you one-on-one and just gotta get more access to you. Because actual group calls are also like one-on-one questions where you can just ask me anything and I'll help you out. So I could charge $10,000 for this, and I know it would be easily worth more than that because that's like 2 clients. I'm not going to. Instead, it'll be less than 10% of that fee, and you get instant access to everything for just one-time investment of $9.95 for lifetime access. So here's again everything that is included, and we're adding more all the time. The A to Z Funnels University program, the 7-figure funnels course, the certification, plug and play systems, private community, live calls, your portfolio template to get you launched, the step-by-step easy tech tutorials, the chat closing client script, the list of 1,000 plus prospect leads. We have a challenge there, so you come in and you do the challenge to get your first client. My private 10-minute writing tools, and much more. $9.95, one investment, lifetime access. My goal is very simple: to help you land one client within 30 days, and that way it's a no-brainer deal. Can I have financial claims and promise that every single person is going to hit this one paying client within 30 days? No. If anyone has promises, you should run the other way, where they're like, I promise you this, I guarantee you this. Because I don't know every single person watching this. I don't know you personally, but what I can do is support you if you know you want to do this and give you everything that you need in order to increase the chances of you being successful. And some of you aren't even, yes, you want to make as much money as you can in 30, 60, 90 days, but you're more so like convinced that I just want to become the best version I can and be in the best business. And I'm not afraid to put in the work to get there. I just want to leverage the best systems to do it. And I want to be in the best boat. I want to learn from the right person. And you know that this is for you because you can see yourself being in this industry and doing this for years. And so you know that $1,000, it's actually less than that, is actually a no-brainer for just getting one client and learning the skills, getting certified, getting all my systems, licensing them to get more clients. My average client pays me between 5 to 10, 15,000 over lifetime. So some are like 5 to 10K per funnel. And then revenue split when I partner with a creator, personal brand. So by the way, when I say creator, personal brand, that's also coaches, course creators, community owners, influencers, YouTubers, speakers, authors, artists, some softwares. Like I've worked with a lot of people, and you're going to learn exactly how I've done that for all those people in Funnels University. I wish I had this when I started almost a decade ago, because I wonder where I'd be by now if I had this back then. Not to mention the private community, the coaching calls, the support, the systems, the templates. I would have saved so much time, because it's not just about learning and doing it manually. It's about using leverage to do it. And this, by the way, is 4.0 of the program. So even people who bought the 1.0, they get free updates and this upgrade inside of Funnels University. It's one payment, one investment. And yes, it's an investment in yourself, because you bet on yourself for future success, for skills, for adding knowledge to your brain that you don't have right now. And that's the fastest way to scale. In fact, the biggest expense that we have in life is not knowing how to build the business that we want. So if we can close that gap, and that's my goal, is to give you everything that you need so you can go and create the business that you enjoy, that actually want to create, that fulfills your dreams and gives you the money as tools to fund the projects that you want to do, to help the people you want to take care of. Because we need money to survive, right? It's like oxygen. So when you invest in us, we keep investing back into you for as long as we live and breathe, and keep doing this. And you'll never pay a single dollar for an upgrade to the program. You won't even pay a certification fee like some companies charge you. They charge you every single month just to be listed on the site, which, by the way, we're updating our marketplace for creative partners as well. So you can be listed there and featured as a certified person. But wait, what if I gave you a bonus that is in itself worth $1,000? Would you join then? I want to make it a no-brainer for you, because I know this can change your business and potentially your life if you join. So can I do that? Can I add a bonus that's like $1,000 worth itself? If you join today when you're watching this, you can get a one-on-one VIP coaching sprint with me personally. So you join today for 7 days. You get access to my phone, my personal number, and people are paying money for one-on-one coaching, by the way. You get VIP coaching from me, answering all your questions and guiding you and supporting you and helping you get launched, because that's the big thing, right? Like getting that momentum in the beginning. And I'll help you get to the tipping point of like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. Now I have clarity. Because what is the problem with most courses? It's overwhelm. It's a lot of videos to watch. Imagine having me, my personal phone, and you just send me a voice message or a text saying, hey, Gusten, I joined. I'm excited to be here. Can I just ask you a couple questions, like my niche or how to reach out to clients, what to say? Yes, that's what this is for. So I could say this is for 10 people, but then if you're watching this tomorrow, or if you're watching this in a week from now or a month from now, you're like, I really want to join and get all your systems, but I also have a few questions for you. And I understand I get the group calls and I get the private community, but you're a busy guy, Gusten. I just want to ask you directly. And you get me and my personal advice and support and mentorship for 7 days to get you up and running without having to pay my high ticket like coaching fees, right? I know, right? It's like, I've never seen an offer like this. And that's exactly my goal with this, to make it a no-brainer. Just the one-on-one coaching is usually more than investment for everything included, right? More than $995, sorry. So you get all of this, the A to C Funnels University program, the private community, the templates, the systems, certification, the gamification, the portfolio, the tutorials, the chat closing scripts, the leads, and my AI tools, which by the way, the software itself is also worth 1,000. If you look at what we charge for it when it comes out, it's like that's also included. So I couldn't possibly make this any better or any lower, 995, uh, because of the one-on-one access, because of the software, because of the developers I've hired, because of the community, that the systems, the templates, everything. I've spent years building this. So let's cover these questions about what's the best niche to be in. That's also in the program. I'll break down exactly how to pick your unique niche within the creators and personal brands. But yes, creators, personal brands, people who have info products so you can launch them, leveraging their brand, their credibility, so you don't have to build it yourself from scratch. How do you stand out amongst others as a beginner? You build visual first, then you move to results based. How to build a portfolio from just starting out? Concept funnels. How to get recurring revenue and not just do one-off projects? You partner with them and add new revenue streams. So if we're gonna ask questions, people are like, I'm interested, I just have a few questions. So let's cover those. I don't know if this business model is for me. Well, maybe you're a more like logical person and not a creative person like me. Then you talk to creators logically and you partner with them, launch info products, and then you actually love creating systems and outsourcing the work to do it. Right? I'm a creative. I love doing the work myself as well. But there are some things that I'm like, hey, I'm just gonna outsource this. The video editing, I'm just gonna outsource this. Thumbnails, I'm just gonna outsource this. Right? So I have more time and brain power to build stuff like this for you. And this is the free course. Just imagine like the stuff that we have in Funnels University. So what's inside now when I join? The certification is done. The videos are done. The systems are done. The templates are done. The scripts are done. The AI tools are done. So anything we're adding is just additional bonuses. What if I feel stuck and need additional support? We have the private community where you join right now. You just make an introduction post. Say, here's who I am. Here's what I'm doing. I'm looking to get advice on this thing. And then you tag me in there. And I can't wait to see your welcome post, your introduction post, where I can personally comment and welcome you to the community and help you with any questions you have. Plus, like I said, one-on-one coaching with me for 7 days, included for free, which is already, it's a crazy deal, but it makes me very excited to work with people who are just like a few tweaks away from having the right niche, the right positioning, the right messaging, the right clients, the right pricing, the right confidence, the right breakthroughs. Does this work if I'm a business owner or creator? You can use this if you're a creator. You just come in, take the templates. If you want to do it yourself, boom, plug and play, use my AI tools, my proven sales page. Great. Yeah. We have a ton of people in there as well. So if you're a creator partner, you can also find creators in the private community. They're like, hey, who can do this? I send leads as well who I don't take on personally because they either don't want to pay like 5,000-10,000 up front and revenue split. They're looking for someone who's more beginner. They want to build long-term together. And so you can partner with them, get experience, and then get paid and sort of build from there. Can I get clients even if I'm not natively English speaking? I didn't speak English. And this is a great question, by the way. I didn't speak English like 10 years ago. I was actually made fun of because we didn't watch TV growing up. So I didn't understand English from TV shows and that sort of thing. But it was only when I started studying to like sport instructor, starting funnels, marketing and business. I was watching podcasts, like listening to people, listening to audiobooks, and I would learn from just being in the game, right? And even now, my English isn't perfect, but it's getting better the more I'm using it. So no, you don't have to be natively. And yes, you can get clients even if you're not natively English speaking. What's the fastest way to get my first client? Free. So it's free, low risk, low energy for them. And I'll show you how to create the offer and exactly what to say inside of the client closing scripts. How do I create the AI custom GPTs? And by the way, you're not doing free work forever. It's just in the beginning to get your first client that you then turn into a paid one. How to create the AI custom GPTs? Well, you can create them yourself by leveraging my systems and my ebooks, my guides. You download the PDFs and you upload them. You take my videos and you upload them to custom to ChatGPT and create them that way. Or you can just use mine that I've already created, my AI software, my custom GPTs, and I've already instructed what to do, and just follow that, click a few buttons, and get the copy and the info products. So again, Here's everything you get: the full Funnels University system, the private community, the calls, the templates. I don't think I have to keep selling you on this. I think you either get it or you don't. You know if this is for you or not. And even if it's uncomfortable, I totally get it. But some of you know that this is what you need because you've been struggling for a long time. And you know that your biggest cost is not knowing how to actually start monetizing and getting results, getting clients, getting payments coming through. And it's one of the biggest passions of mine to helping beginners see and find a new path. And I love, we're going to do like meetups and stuff soon where, man, I get so many questions, so many messages and questions about when can we do like an in-person event or mastermind, because you changed my life. And that drives me. That's why I'm here. I'm like tired. I've had a long day, but I'm here and doing this because I'm excited. I'm passionate about it. And I know it works because it's changed my life. It's changed so many people's lives in our community. And I know it can do the same for you if you refuse to give up. If you just take the leap of faith and you do what you know you need to do in order to get there, even though it's scary. If you're like, I actually prefer spending money to save time rather than saving money and spending my own time a few more years trying to figure this out myself. So last thing, if you really want in, but you're a little short on your budget, what if I told you this? What if you can join today and then split the investment into a few simple payments? So easy access payment plan, just $297 per month, times 3 for lifetime. Actually, that's times 4. That's a typo because it's not less than the one. They actually save money when you pay up front and you get the one-on-one VIP. This is not with the VIP, by the way. You don't pay $297 and get coaching similar to what other people are paying like $5,000 for. So yes, I do have a money back guarantee, and it's very special because it makes it fair for everyone. I know you're committed, you want to do this, but you're not sure if it's going to work for you. So try it out today and implement everything I give you. And if it doesn't work after 90 days, simply email us at support@gusten.com and we'll give you your entire investment back, even if you got the coaching from me, because you know that you want to test it out and see if it works, and just provide documentation that you actually did and you follow through. Don't be one of those who are like, oh, I'm actually going to trick him and buy it, and then I'm going to cancel and ask for a refund because I don't want to invest in myself. I'm just going to take advantage of everything that he's done for years, and I'm going to be like poison into the community. No, be a good person. Be and treat others as you would like to be treated yourself. The golden rule. So don't join if you're going to steal the systems and ask for a refund tomorrow. You'll be blocked. I wish you terrible migraines for the rest of this week. At least tomorrow. I wish you have a terrible day if you do this. So don't join if you're just gonna take advantage of this. Actually, like, put in the work and implement it, and you'll see how it can change your life. So that's why it's an action-based 90-day, 100% money back guarantee. So that way there's not a lot of risk for you. It's mainly the time that you invest in learning something that can then pay for your life and fund your travels, your projects that you want to do, everything for the next 10, 20, 30 years of your life. Again, here's how we support you. If you're like, okay, this is great, I just feel scared because I'm not sure if I can actually do this. A lot of you might have concerns around your ability to do it. You can see the vision: creators, funnels, info products, communities, but you're not sure if you can do it because you're not a funnel designer, you're not a copywriter, you're not a consultant, right? And that's totally fine. By the way, the first thing you have to do to be successful and actually stay there is you have to reprogram your mind to become a new person. So this is your 2.0 version of yourself that you're stepping into. That's why it feels uncomfortable, and that's why you have resistance. But when you do that, you need a support system, right? And so we have a step-by-step creator partner program in Funnels University to support you. You can search and find answers there. Plug and play funnels, info product, client closing scripts, support you like that. Private community with 1,200 plus members. Some people are doing 100K per month, some 50,000 a month, some 10,000 a month, and some nothing, right? We're transparent. Some people are just getting in, they're getting started, they're learning the systems and everything, how it works. They're not in a rush because they know this is what they want to do, but they don't want to rush it. They want to take their time to understand it so they can present it to clients. and that can actually help clients. Support, coaching calls, feedback in the community. Talking to a prospect, ask for feedback and guidance in the community. Working with a client, ask for strategy and advice, what to do with the client. Like I said, fast action bonus. This has 10 people. I'll do it for every single person joining from the link below this. Just send me a message on WhatsApp. I'll coach you for 7 days to get you up and running and closing your first client as soon as possible. I know, not bad, huh? So with that said, I'll see you inside. I'm excited to have you and to work with you and give you the clarity and confidence and skills and systems that you need to launch and to optimize your own business as well as the clients that you're working with, so that this becomes a long-term thing for you, not a here today, gone tomorrow type of thing, which too many people promote. So with that said, 995 for everything included, plus the one-on-one coaching. Not bad, right? So I'll see you inside. Click the link below and join while this is available. And if you're watching this video, this is still available for you because I'm taking it down with the video when this offer is over. So can't wait to have you inside.